Alright, so we are officially in week 3 of homeschool, and for this we have a special treat. Most curriculum for kindergarten does not include science. However, Elias is learning anatomy, and that worked out pretty perfect actually, as I've been very sick this year, going through a lot, having to go to doctors a lot. So it's led to things like today. It's the first day, but I'm sure there will be more in the future. But I have to go into my doctor's to get some IV fluids today, so we are going to bring his anatomy workbook with us, and we are going to learn about veins and everything, and IVs a little bit, and he's going to have a science field trip. So I figured that was what I would show off today, because that makes it kind of cool and exciting, right? Like, active little field trip. So, yeah, we're going to do that. Also, I had to show off our breakfast. We had some eggs with goat's milk in it, yogurt, and little banana slices with a cup of orange juice. It was a pretty good breakfast. Gentle. Okay, so now we're on the page blood delivers. So for this, you have to check the deliveries this body needs for each of these problems. Okay? So if there's a cut in the skin, which one do you think it needs?
That one needs?
No. That is what it is, but do you remember? A cut in the skin. Does it need water, food, or the first aid?
Doctors.
Check mark the doctors. That little circle right there, put a check mark in it. Good job. Now, let's see. For cold feet, does it need the germ-fighting white blood cells? Does it need the heat, or does it need food? Okay, and then parts of your food. No, hang on. Parts hungry body cells.
Food.
Food. Okay, very, very good.
That check mark is a good one.
All your check marks came out really good. No, that's what your blood does. It acts like a doctor. It sends blood to form a scab.
Oh!
Remember? What did she do to me? What did the doctor do to me?
Poke you.
Well, yes, she had to give me a poke. Do you remember what this was called?
A Band-Aid.
A Band-Aid. Not the not the stuff that's around it. Do you remember what this was called? The thing that's in my arm right now?
Yeah, that's called I don't know.
You don't remember? She gave me an IV. IV.
I want the IV.
You don't want the IV because you don't need an IV. There's brother.
Push. There you go. Okay.
Hey guys.
Okay, come on. Let's come on in, okay? Likewise, we could go out and you could play with the coloring or the books. Can you shut the door?
Mom, is your Band-Aid still on?
No, my Band-Aids are off. Yeah. Okay, so we're officially done with homeschool for the day. We had a pretty exciting day, huh? What did we do today?
Learn about body.
Yes, we learned about our body, but what specifically, do you remember what it's called when you're going on an adventure and learning?
No.
It's a field trip. We took a field trip. Where did we go for our field trip?
The doctors.
Good job. And what did they do with the doctors?
They poked you. And I had some candy.
Yes, they poked me. You had some candy. And what did you learn about the body today?
Learn about red cells.
You learned about blood cells.
Yep.
Did you learn about how they travel?
Yeah.
Did you learn about the kinds of things that they carry through your body? Like, did you learn? What are you doing, crazy? So, for field trips, I have to make sure that you have something that's graded. So, you warmed up with that, and you did so good on that. That was a great job. And we talked about the blood vessels, and you did that maze, and that was a really good job on that, right? And when we talked about all the things that your body carries, that little quiz in the corner, I graded that. Do you see what your grade is?
I got an A.
You got an A+, because you got 100. You got the best grade that you could get on that. Do you want to go show your grandma? Well, she'll be so proud of you. Yeah, that's later. This is diving more into blood specifically. Like, that's what's inside a drop of blood.
Can we learn about cells on your phone?
You want to learn more about cells on my phone? Alrighty. I thought you were looking for toys, dude. We are getting ready for our bath, which means he is looking for toys, but he keeps walking out of the room without any toys picked out, so I don't really know what he's doing. But today was a lot of fun. He was very overexcited, so I didn't film as much as I originally planned to film from it. Like, I wanted to film him watching them put the IV and stuff in, because he did watch. He watched very closely. He watched both pokes, because they had to poke me twice. They poked this arm first, and the vein looked great, like it was bouncing for him nice, and then as soon as she poked, the vein went goodbye. So she talked to him a little bit, because she saw that he was doing homeschool, so the nurse was talking to him about how sometimes veins will do that, and she was kind of explaining it in kid-friendly terms, and I was like, this is so great, because not only is he getting lessons from me about blood and blood vessels and veins and stuff, but he's also getting it from the doctor. And, like, part of the reason that he wanted to do anatomy so bad is because he keeps telling me consistently, and has been for, like, almost a year now, that when he grows up, he wants to be a doctor. He's going to be a doctor. So he's been really, really excited every time that there's something that he can go to that involves the doctors right now. So it was really, really great. But yeah, his overexcitement made filming very, very difficult. So I didn't get as much as I wanted to, but I really wanted to, like, capture that moment of, like, fascination of watching how the IV goes in and stuff. But we talked about the IVs, we, like, did a few refreshers and stuff, and then we went and visited some family after, because we were right in the same neighborhood, and he got to explain it to them as well. Ultimately, I don't think anybody was paying attention, because he didn't really say, can I tell you about this? He just kind of started rambling about it while everybody else was talking.
I changed my mind.
And, like, it was my grandma and her sister. So, once they get talking, like, you really gotta, like, capture their attention in order for them to know that you're talking to them and not somebody else in the room. But as far as he's concerned, he explained it to somebody else, which is, like, my big thing with homeschool, is I want him to show me that he can explain what he's learned to others, so that way I can see what he retained in that moment. And then we usually do, like, warm-ups and refreshers in the mornings and stuff of things that we've learned previously. Like, before we get started on the new thing, we go over what we've already learned. Just constant repetition. But yeah, he got to watch the IV, and the nurse was great. She even let him help, because the way that they did it was they had the fluid in the bag, and they had a little pump to help it go faster, and she was letting him squeeze the pump and just like participating. So he was also very active in it, which was so great for him because he actually retained a lot of what he had learned today.
Mom, is he not working?
Nope, he's not. That's a dangerous way to drive.
No, he's.
Okay, baby. Are those the only toys you want in the bath? Because that's not very many. You usually like to have more. Let's focus on finding what we want to take in with us, and then we'll play, okay? That shouldn't make you sad. I'm saying grab all the toys you want to play with, and then we will start playing. But I don't want you hopping out of the bath halfway through because you're upset that you don't have enough to play with. I just made him upset. I broke his heart. My bad. And he's over it. But yeah, like, it was just so nice to see. And I wish I was able to record more because he was absolutely fascinated and just so excited about everything he was doing. But
That's how much toys I want.
whoa. But like I kind of had to rein him in a little bit every now and again. Huh, you had an exciting field trip today, didn't you?
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad.